Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are going to be doing my Time Thief Zoodiac deck profile. Now, this is the best variant of the Time Thieves currently, in my personal opinion. I feel like this is the most resource to be able to get you to your Time Thief Redoer, has the most resource to combo off, has the most resource to OTK, and just deal with all the problems your opponent have. Just the most consistent build to actually be able to do what I believe the Time Thief should be doing. Now, I have seen the Phantom Knight variants that build up the negate / just make the redoer. I have seen other variants as well that I don't think are as good, but I just personally believe that this is the best variant because I believe it lets the Time Thief cards do the most of what they want to do. So that I personally feel like the Zoodiac variant is the best variant to play if you're playing a Time Thief deck. Without further ado, let's get into it. For you guys who just wanted to see the profile, you've seen it. If you don't want to stay to hear the points and reasonings, I'm not going to fault you for it, but you might want to know why some of these cards are played. So let's get into it. So first, we play free Time Thief Winder. Basically, its first effect, detach material from an Xyz monster, special summon it from your hand, and if he's normal summon or special summon, add a Time Thief card from your deck to your hand, be it your Regulator, be it your Beazle Ship, be it your Flyback, be it your Hack, he adds them all. With him, you commonly want to be able to add your Flyback, so you're able to attach a Time Thief card from your deck to Redoer. But other times you could want to summon your Beazle Ship, you could want to summon something that will give you an additional summon. You could want to add just cards that will give you the advantage. Hell, you could even at times add the Hack. But the reason why this card is actually really good in this variant, though, outside of other variants, is that you can detach a material from a monster and then summon him. So all you got to do is make a Zoodiac Xyz monster, normal summon special summon a Zoodiac monster or normal summon one. Make a Zoodiac Xyz, detach the monster, summon him, and then you can just be like, oh, I also have access to Choconine now, and let's be Link summon. The Time Thief Winder just gives you access to all these extra things that you wouldn't have in a normal Zoodiac build. Plus, it also means it's more, I prefer it to be more of a Time Thief build, but I'm going to be honest when I say Zoodiac is a big part of the deck as well. So yeah. We have Time Thief Regulator. He is the rescue card of the deck. If you control no other monsters, tribute him, and special summon 2 Time Thief monsters from your deck with different names. Basically, you summon Beazle Ship and Winder. Winder searches a card, you make your Redoer, you go from there. And also, when an Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summoning from the grave. So then, if you get to use his effect again next turn, if it survives. He's also a cell phone, which I like. I like how he looks like a cell phone. And apparently this archetype is based on Doctor Who. So I like it even more. Hello, Doctor. But yeah. Next, we have Time Thief Beazle Ship. You have to run 3 of him. When we get some more support, I don't really want to run more. But now he is basically just a name. He doesn't really have any reason, but you need to play 3 of him because you need him for the name. And his effects are basically, you can trigger this card, target a Time Thief monster, Xyz monster you control, attach 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. So Disruption, it's a quick effect, which is nice. And also it's the opposite of Winder, where you can detach a Xyz monster, material from an Xyz monster, and summon him from the graveyard. When we get more support, and depending on what the support is, I would probably drop him to 2, but right now you have to play 3 of him. So yeah, 3 Beazle Ship. For the Zoodiac cards, we play 3 Thoroughblade, discard a card to draw another card, gains the advantage from that, gives piercing damage to the Zoodiac Xyz monsters. He's just a Zoodiac card to help us go even further. 3 Whiptail, one of the best Zoodiac cards that you could ever have. When the Xyz monster battles a monster, manage that monster. That's pretty good. So we want to play 3 of him. 1 Ram. When he dies, summon a Zoodiac from the graveyard. Just more plays to be able to keep on advancing our game state. Next, we play 3 Ash Blossom. Hand traps, you gotta play them. It says no, and if your opponent activates an Engage, a Saruja, a Multi-Faker, trying to think of more. Not Kaleido Chick. Any danger, I guess, engrave, preferably the Jackalope or the Nessie. Say no, negate it. Simple. Next, free Zoodiac Barrage. It's a way to. It basically you want to play free of this for the same reason you would play it in a normal Zoodiac deck. You summon the Fireblade or the Whiptail, then you go into Zoodiac plays, and then you go into Typhy from there to be able to gain more advantage. So play the free Barrage because of its necessary in Zoodiac. Free instant fusion. We're playing this as a further extender because as you can see, we're playing a rare fish and a Thousand Eyes, but the rare fish is more important because it essentially gives us another level 4 monster to be able to make our redoer with a lot more ease than we need. And you really do need the extenders in this deck to be able to get into your redoer at times. So you play free instant fusion because it lets you get to that point. Free Called by the Grave. Basically, say no to your opponent's hand traps, say no to cards in your opponent's grave. It just lets you do your things without caring about your opponent. 2 pop desires, a brick, you got desires, you draw tons of cards. Oh, now I can play the game. Pretty good. Twin Twisters, we don't like back row. We want to deal with the back row. Plus, if we put a Beazle ship in the graveyard, then it gives us another summon. If we put the Whiptail in the grave, then we can just put it on the Tiger Maw by making either the Borbo or the Choconine first. You could discard something like Flyback to also gain its graveyard effect, which we'll get into in a minute. And you can even discard Combo to be able to recycle your Zoodiac cards to go even further. So just say no to your opponent's grave. One-time Thief Hack. Now, you rarely use this card's main effect because what you really want to do is use Flyback to put this on a Time Thief Xyz monster. But essentially, this card gives 300 per Xyz material to your Time Thief Xyz monster, plus it can attack directly, so it's nice. You don't really use its main effect all that often. You're mainly putting it under the redoer, but it's there if needed, so pretty good. Free Flyback. You need to run free Flyback. You can't run less than free because this card is one of the part of the heart and soul of the deck. It will let you attach a Time Thief card from your main deck to your Time Thief Xyz monster, be it your hack as what we want to do, be it another Flyback so you can gain your more effects from this, or be it a monster such as Beazle Ship, just to get out of your deck and get in the grave, or just get under the Xyz monster, just so you can have that effect that you might need. It is a very important piece to the card, and you do need to run this card at free. I would not run this at less than free in the Time Thief deck. One Zoodiac combo. You don't run it. I've never used this main effect in this deck. Like, it's just attach a Zoodiac from deck to the Zoodiac monster. But what you mainly use it for is banish it from the graveyard, recycle 5 Zoodiac cards. So recycle a Whiptail, a Fireblade, and the Xyz monsters. So just giving you that ability with just to recycle your Zoodiac cards. Let you go further if need be in the Zoodiac archetype. And then finally, for the main deck, we run free Phantom Knights of Shade Brigade. You need to run this at free. This card essentially allows you to go into your plays where it lets Redoer gain an additional effect, which we'll get into in a minute. It's an extender for a level 4, same reason we play the Instant Fusion. It just allows you to go a lot further in the deck than where you would be able to go if you didn't play it. So you need to play free of this card because it just allows you to make your Time Thief Redoer, gain the additional effect of Redoer, and have a disruption on your opponent. So yeah, that's the main deck. I feel like every one of these cards in the main deck are needed. Honestly, you need to play free Winder right now. You need to play free Regulator. This could go to 2. If you don't need the third, or if you feel like you want to change it for something, but I would play 3 of this just because if you draw them, then this is dead. So, or if you banish them off desires, then this is dead. So I would still always play this at 3 until we get more support. But the Zoodiac engine, I think it's perfect. The free Fireblade, free Whiptail, definitely necessary. The one Ram, you could possibly take it out, but I just like the Ram there. Ash Blossom, obvious. Barrage is obvious. Instant Fusion extenders, designators, called buyers, just say no. Desires, you could cut it. I'll be honest, you could cut it, but it's nice to have. The I don't like back row, and then just everything else is needed. Everything else is needed. But yeah, let's go on to the extra deck as well, because I kind of want to talk about that as well to a degree. So we play one Land Symphonicus. The reason we play Land Symphonicus is because a lot of the time we are not going to be able to make the Mrs. Radiant here. So it gives you that additional resource to be able to get a link monster in the extra monster zone, to then be able to just go through it into your combos that you might not have been able to go on otherwise. When we get the Psyframe link monster though, this comes out and the Psyframe link monster comes in. Just saying now. One Mrs. Radiant. We play the Zoodiac engine. Chuckanine is a one. Chuckanine is a one card Mrs. Radiant. So you play it because it's a one card Mrs. Radiant. Simply, one Unicorn. Get out of my board. Just go back to the deck. Go to your home. I don't care. One Burrow Sword. I want to OTK. Simple as. One Burrow Load. Give me your garbage. I want your garbage. It's man now. Zoodiac's one Borbo because of I like to attack directly for game. One Chuckanine because of link plays and revivability. Two Tiger Mortar. The reason for two is majority of the time you're going to make Tiger Mortar as your first late Xyz monster, and then you're going to use the Winder to detach material, and then you're going to go ahead and make the Chuckanine. So you need to play two of each because it gives you the ability to just gain the additional resource that you would need, and just so you can go even further than you would before. So you need to play two. I would not play less than two. Honestly, like this could, or you could play like any other Zoodiac, but Tiger Mortar is the best because it can recycle the ones in grave, such as putting these two under it to gain more resource. So, yeah. One Exoton Knight. I'm gonna blow up your board. Simple. One Onarg Thunder Dragon. I don't like Colossus, so I'm going to put it under my monster. Yeah, this deck steals a lot of stuff. Two Time Thief Redoer. Card says I'm going to take a shit. Simply, during the Soundfire phase, attach an Xyz monster, attach a card from the top of your opponent's deck to this card, and this card can detach up to 3 materials per turn and gain their specific effect material detached. If it's a monster, you banish this card until the end phase. If it's a spell, you draw a card. Why we play one of this, because we want to put that under it. And if it's a trap, why we play this, because it's a trap card, is... place one card on your opponent's one face-up card your opponent controls on top of their deck. So, say we've got a Winder and this. We Xyz summon, make this. We've got a disruption for our opponent's turn. Plus, we're taking a card from the top of our opponent's deck. If it's a spell card, we get to banish this card until the end phase so it doesn't die. It comes back during the end phase. We get to get rid of a card on our opponent's board and put it on top of their deck. And we get to steal the top card and we get to draw a card from our deck. What's not wrong about that? And you only play two of this because you only want one on board at a time. So you're not going to need the third. Like, I've never gone into a third of this card in this deck. I've only ever gone into one, which is... I've only ever gone into the second once, and I feel like you need to play two just for the backup in case the first redoer actually does die. You don't need to play a third. I would not recommend it. I feel like this is enough. You play 1,000 Eyes Restrict. You're playing free instant fusion. It's another way to steal from your opponent, and it just gives you more link fodder for something like Land Symphonicus. So yeah. And we play with a one rare fish, as I said, for instant fusion. It's another extender to be able to make your redoer and just go even further. Now, that's the profile. Honestly, I do feel like this is the best build. I feel like this is the best in the combo-wise. I feel like this is the best to get redoer out. I feel like this is the best in just general to go for game, to control, just to be able to do a lot in the game. There is stuff you could change, like maybe put strikes in here, maybe put... impermanences in here, maybe put stuff like that in, but for a deck that's mainly built to take stuff from your opponent, I feel like this is the best build that you could possibly make. It does a lot, it really helps, and it is the best variant in my personal opinion. But what do you guys personally think of my Time Thief build? Do you think it's a good build? Do you think it's a bad build? I personally feel like it's the best build. If you think it's the great, tell me that in the comment section below. If you think you have changes for it, tell me in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions because this is a very fun deck. It's a very cool deck to play. It's got its own unique play style, which is something that we've never really seen in a deck like that. Starts taking, like, really revolves around taking from your opponent. Um, and it's something that's really interesting in my personal opinion. So if you guys think this is a cool archetype, if you think this is a really good profile or anything like that, tell me in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it and liked the profile, don't forget to press the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, such as deck profiles, duel videos, discussions, so on and so forth, don't forget to the subscribe button as well. To get my future videos in the subscription box. If you want to be notified of any videos or streams I do normally at 8 p.m. UK time on Thursday afternoons, don't forget to press the notification button as well to be notified of any videos or streams that I do. But yeah, guys, Time Thieves is a really cool archetype. I really do like them, and I can't wait to see what you guys say about this build in the comment section below. Maybe some changes you would make. Like I'm always looking for more things that could possibly be done to change my build. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Robot1 signing out. Bye, guys.